Good day, everyone. So for today's video, I am going to discuss Chapter 5, History, Nature, and Types of Intelligence. First, we have there Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu is a Chinese philosopher and also the author of The Art of War. Okay, he's very famous in the statement, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory you will suffer a defeat. If you know neither yourself nor the enemy, you are a fool who will meet defeat in every battle. So that is the very famous statement of Sancho in his book Art of War, wherein tama nga naman, kapag ka alam mo ang sarili mo, kapag ka kilala mo ang sarili mo, at kilala mo ang mga kalaban mo, hinding-hindi ka matatakot kung ano ang magiging resulta ng laban mo. Pero, kung kilala mo ang sarili mo at hindi ang iyong mga kalaban, still, kahit nasa mga victory, you will still suffer a defeat. Ngunit, kapag hindi mo kilala, kahit na sarili mo o ang kalaban mo, isa kang tanga. Okay? You will meet defeat in every battle. Talo ka sa lahat ng labanan. Okay? We will discuss early intelligence personalities. So the following are some of the early personalities in the field of police intelligence. First, we will discuss three biblical character which is significant in the development of intelligence. Number one, we have Moses. Moses is one of the first recorded formalized intelligence effort with format can be found in the Holy Bible, Numbers 13, verse 17. The scriptures also name the 12 intelligence agents whom the Lord directed Moses to send into the land of Canaan, and records that all those men were heads of the children of Israel. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them. Actually, Moses sent these 12 agents of Israel in the land of Canaan and ordered them to spy. Okay? Mag-iispiya sila. When Moses sent them to explore the land of Canaan, sabi niya, go up to the Negev and on to the hill country. See what the land is like and whether the people who live there are strong or weak, few or many. What kind of land do they live in? Is it good or bad? What kind of towns do they live in? Are they unwalled or fortified? How is the soil? Is it fertile or poor? Are there trees in it or not? Do you best do your best to bring back some of the fruit of the land. And it was the season of the first ripe of grapes. So, sinend ni Moses itong 12 na agents na to sa land ng Kanaan para mag-espiya doon sa land na yon. Okay? So, that's why it's the first recorded formalized intelligence efforts. Next, we have Rahab. Rahab is considered to be the harlot of Jericho. Okay? So, that is on the Joshua chapter 2, verse 1 to 21. Okay? Wherein, who sheltered and concealed the agents of Israel. She made a covenant with the agents and dubbed their pursuer. Actually, Rahab, she provided information to the 12 agents of Israel. Okay? Rahab, okay? Siya ay ang harlot ng Jericho. Okay? Itinago niya sa kanyang mismong tahanan yung mga 12 agents na ito. And nung sinabi nung merong nagtatanong sa kanya kung nakita ba niya itong mga 12 agents na ito, ay nagbigay siya ng maling information doon sa mga pursuers niya. Tinulungan niya yung mga 12 agents na yon. Okay? The Rahab and the spies, actually, okay? So, before the spies lay down for the night, she went up on the roof and said to them, I know that the Lord has given you to this land, and that the great fear of you has fallen on us, so that all of who live in this country are melting in fear. That is on the Joshua chapter 2, verse 1 to 21. Okay? Go look over the land, he said, especially in Jericho. So they went and entered in the house of a prostitute named Rahab and stayed there. So, si Rahab ay isang prostitute, so nag-stay yung 12 agents na yon sa kanyang tahanan. Okay, kinonsil niya doon, tinago niya doon yung mga 12 agents. Next, we have Delilah. He is an impromptu intelligence agent of the Philistines. She allowed Philistine spies to hide in her house. That is in Judges chapter 16 verse 9, and used her sex to gain intelligence from a power enemy. Actually, Delilah is considered to be, or who is considered to be the most dangerous spy. So it was a woman. So it was Delilah. Okay? Delilah used her beauty and charm to get the weakness of their enemy. Okay? To get the weakness of their enemy, so she provided shelter also to the Philistines. Okay? And when she's using her beauty and charm, he needs to get, or she needs to get, the strength of the enemy. So, ginamit niya, okay, ginamit niya yung kanyang ganda, okay, para kunin yung mga strength na ginamit ng mga kalaban sa Israel. Kaya nakuha niya ang kahinaan ni Samson. Okay? So, yun yung mga tatlong biblical character under the development of intelligence. Next, we have other great men who use intelligence in the history of intelligence. Okay. Number 1, we have Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great, in marching in Asia, actually Alexander the Great, when Alexander the Great was marching in Asia, were rumors of disaffection growing among his allies and mercenaries. So he sought the truth and got it by simplest expedient, by devising the first and the opening to obtain information. Alexander the Great investigated all the letters and the detection of the malcontents, whether the legitimate cause was exposed. We have the hints and rumors of disaffection growing among his allies and mercenaries. Next, we have Camorra and Mafia. So, Camorra and Mafia originated in the Neapolitan prisons, where upon the protection of keeping a lamp alight before a prison shire, attacks was levied upon all newcomers. The extortion of the Camorra was not long confined to inmates of jail. Actually, Camorra and Mafia originated in Italy, kaya nga yan ay considered as Italian Mafia type. Okay, it is one of the oldest and the largest criminal organizations in Italy. Primarily, ang kanilang business ay drug trafficking, counterfeiting, and also money laundering. Okay, so take note, Camorra Mafia is the largest and the oldest criminal organization in Italy. Next, we have Croesus of Rome. We have Marcus Lucinus. Marcus Lucinus employed both slaves and freemen in fire brigade. The intelligence operatives of Croesus, when not objectively looking for fires, were devoted in the main to gathering evidences for Croesus to be used in the law courts. Next, we have Akbar. Akbar is the great Mughal and sagacious master. So take note, sagacious master of Hindustan. Okay? He employed more than 4,000 agents for the sole purpose of bringing him the truth that his throne might rest upon it. Okay? Akbar is considered as the Mughal emperor. Okay, and popularly known as Akbar the Great. Okay, so take note, he is the sagacious master of Hindustan. Next, we have Genghis Khan. So Genghis Khan, he used intelligence to conquer China and invade Cathay. So he was known as the Great Mongol who used intelligence to conquer China and invade Cathay. So he instructed the generals to send out spies and use prisoners as sources of information. The leader of the so-called Mongol conquerors made use of effective propaganda machine by spreading rumors of Mongol terror. They collected information on weaknesses and rivalries of Europe, and the leaders usually disguised as a merchants. Okay, so take note, Genghis Khan used intelligence to conquer China and invade Cathay. Next, we have Frederick the Great. Okay, Frederick the Great is considered as the father of organized military espionage or the father of modern military espionage. He established rules for obtaining and using every grade of spy or intelligence. Next, we have Hannibal. So for Hannibal's invasion of Italy, his brilliant and futile raid in history, gave him many victories and nearly bled Rome to death. Actually, ang ginawa namang strategy ni Hannibal is he disguised as a beggar. Okay? To gather the first-hand information. Okay? So take note, Hannibal disguised as a beggar to gather a first-hand information. So, katulad ni President Duterte when he was still the mayor of Davao, he disguised as a taxi driver. Okay? To monitor the peace and order in Davao. Okay? Next, we have Carl Schulmeister. Carl Schulmeister is considered to be Napoleon's eye. Okay, mata ni Napoleon. Napoleon's military secret service, and he acted as the spy sent by Napoleon to study the characters of the general, his royal foes, and selected to defeat him. Actually, Karl Schulmeister, aside from being Napoleon's eye, he is an Austrian double agent. Okay? He is a double agent for France during the reign of Napoleon the First. Okay? What did you mean by double agent? So, for example, agent mo siya, and then agent din siya ng kaaway. Okay? Double agent. Next, we have Washington. Okay. Washington conspirators under oath abound in the history of every nation, and American was independent. Next, we have also Walsingham of England. Okay. Walsingham of England, actually, he is the one who protected Queen Elizabeth the First from countless assassins. Okay, so take note, he protected Queen Elizabeth the First from countless assassins. Walsingham's beat agents were English students residing in English or residing in Italy. Actually, he is considered to be the principal secretary to Queen Elizabeth. Okay? He is also considered as the spy master. Next, you have also Wilhelm Stieber. Okay? His contributions to the science of military censorship and organized military propaganda, he worked as a census taker and developed in informal format in gathering of data. So, by being taga-census, ginagamit niya yung trabaho niyang yon para kalap ng mga information. Okay? Next, we have also Alfred Riedel or Alfred Riedel. Alfred Riedel is one of the most brilliant intelligence agents, though he was homosexual. He is the chief of the Austro-Hungarian Secret Service and at the same time agent of Russia, and he was convicted of treason. He committed suicide. Okay? For Alfred Riedel, he is considered as highly paid spy. He is a working intelligence service to the Imperial Russian Army. Okay, so because of Alfred Riedel, there are 500,000 person or 500,000 people na namatay dahil sa kanya. Okay? Next, the ninja. Okay, the ninja, napaka-famous ito. Ito yung mga part na papanood natin na mga naka-block na meron silang mga samurai. Okay, actually, the ninja derived from the word ninjutsu, or the art of making oneself invisible, served the shoguns of 12th century Japan, and they were drawn from the physical and social cream of samurai youth and reputed to be able to walk on water, to obtain intelligence while invisible, and to appear and disappear at will. Next, we have also Daniel Defoe. Daniel Defoe was one of the great authors of the late 17th and early 18th century. He was also one of the British monarchy's finest agents. Although best known as the author of Robinson Crusoe and Non Flanders, Defoe also worked in the honorable True Secret Service of Queen Anne, outwardly rebellious, a revolutionary pamphleteer, pilloried and twice imprisoned for seditious libel. His background was hardly suited of the world of royal espionage. Next, we have also Belle Boyd. Belle Boyd was described by her biographer Joseph Hergensheimer as the most famous woman concerned with the official secret activities in the civil wars. An impartial press referred to her as the Siren of Shenandoah, the rebel Joan of Arc, and the Sishi Cleopatra. She regarded her fame more circumspectly from the force of circumstances, she wrote, and not through any desire of my own, I became a celebrity. Next, we have also Lord Baden-Powell. Through better known as founder of the Boy Scout movement, Baden-Powell was was also an active spy. His penchant for dressing up, love of charades, and open, embarrassing eccentricity ideally suited him to the world of 19th century espionage. 17, we have also Carbonari. Okay? So Carbonari never weighted them seriously with a governing program. They never got around to agreeing upon what particular form of government of they would set up when and if they succeeded in overthrowing the existing authority. Actually, carbonari is an Italian for charcoal makers. So they are the charcoal makers. It was an informal network of secret revolutionary society active in Italy from about 1800s to 1831. The Italian Carbonari may have further influenced other revolutionary groups in France, Greece and Spain, Portugal, Romania, and Russia. Their goals often had a patriotic and liberal basis, so they never weighted them seriously with the governing program. Okay, so di nila alam kung ano yung pag-aagrehan nila, what particular form of government that they are going to set up in their country. Next, we have also Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay? One said, one spies the right place is worth 20,000 men in the field. Okay, he is very famous in that quote. One spy in the right place is worth 20,000 in the field. So, ano pong ibig sabihin nun? Paano nangyari yon? Okay? Physically, it is impossible na isang tao versus 20,000. Okay? Doon sa field. Okay? Ang mangyari dyan, pagka nagkaroon ng, for example, ang isang general ay nag-send ng 500,000 na men doon sa battlefield nang compare sa'yo na 20,000 lamang, okay? Ngayon, merong isang spy na nag-inform doon sa general na merong 20,000 lang na men. Sabi niya, huwag mong ipapasubo ang 20,000 na tao mo dahil ang ibibigay nilang kalaban natin ay 500,000. So, with the help of that one spy, hindi may slaughtered yung 20,000 na katao mo laban doon sa 500,000 na kalaban. Okay, so that's why one spy in the right place is worth 20,000 men in the field. Okay. His personal staff included two bureaus of interest, the Bureau of Intelligence staffed by two officers and unknown numbers of spies, whose function was to consolidate all incoming information regarding the enemy troops for presentation to the emperor and to obtain such special information. Second is the Topographic Bureau, which maintained a large situation map covering the largest or the latest information regarding both enemy and friendly forces. Next, we have also Quintus Sertorius. Quintus Sertorius is the Roman commander in Spain regarding Apollonius, the possessor of a white phone. Okay? So, itong si Quintus Sertorius, meron daw siyang white phone. Okay? Para siyang deer. Okay? Wherein he possessed a white phone and to spread a black propaganda. Okay? Nag-spread siya ng black propaganda that white phone possess a mystical power to detect betrayal. Na yung white phone daw na yun ay nagkaka-detect or nakaka-detect ng betrayal. Okay? He trained to follow him everywhere, even to the steps of the tribunal. This little phone was taught to approach at a given signal, and Sertorius himself gave the signal when about to pronounce his decision in judicial cases. The phone appeared to convey information to the Roman general, and Sertorius allowed it to become widely known that he derived both secrets and guidance from the phone. His intelligence agents, meanwhile, were everywhere active, and all that they learned was credited to the supernatural powers of the animal. Okay? So, yun yung mga history ng intelligence, or yun yung mga iba't ibang famous personality that is credited to the development of intelligence. So, that's all for today, and please be updated for more videos. So, thank you and have a good day.